Hey!
What's going on, guys?
The screen went black. I thought we was done already.
Oh,
Did Molson touch a
what's going
button?
on, guys?
The screen went black. I thought we was done already. Is
Oh, sorry.
busted.
I was gonna say, who's got the rookie move? Because I know I got the tab
Me.
muted. Hang on.
All right,
Wh-
now
while
we're
checking
now we're
stuff.
back in the saddle here.
All right, phone's muted too. We're good.
Yeah, Aerosmith said it. Back in the saddle again. All right. Why don't you put Joe Brett up top here?
Or what?
Because that's where you belong.
Fine.
No, or put me even.
Perfect.
Best I could do.
Joe, do you like being on the left side or the right side?
How about that?
Oh God.
I'm just seeing what our options are.
Oh, not that one, please.
Oh,
Not that one.
that's too much. So, because
Yeah.
No.
I know, like when I go into like let's say there's an off-site training center or somewhere, I always go to the back row, and I'm usually on the left side, like because when I drive, I'm on the left side. Kind of, it's all your perception, but I'm so used to being in the back left, or maybe the right. But if I go anywhere middle to front, it throws my game off. Do you guys
Of what?
It throws my game off.
Of the screen?
No, like train,
Never
like
mind.
when I go to
All I
sit
heard is when
there-
you go to the left or the right, it throws your game off.
Yeah.
I need some more context.
I don't want to know what game he's talking about. So.
I started by saying when you go to like an off-site training center, you got to get some type of certification, a renewal, whatever. Where do you sit when you walk into the door?
The very front row.
Do you really? Why?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because I got ADHD and all them folks sitting in front of me distract me.
I'm
here.
there, but it depends on
I'm here
where
for
the
a
door
purpose.
is.
Oh, so you're all business.
They're,
All right.
Heck, man, I go to the church house and they're like, hey, front seats reserved. And
I
I'm
was just gonna say, when you go to church, where do you sit?
I go all the way to the front. Like, I'd sit up there with the pastor if he'd let me, but they look at me funny.
Do you
I'd be
sing
afraid-
at church?
I'd be afraid I'd catch fire.
Do you sing at church?
Of course.
You just don't mouth the words.
Oh, no, I belch it, man.
You be-
I'm there for a purpose.
You're there for a purpose.
Hallelujah.
You're there for-
Speaking of business, before we
Yeah.
get too far into this,
Got business.
Tortoise Overland, one
Tortoise.
gifted sub.
Nice
Thank
guy.
you.
Who got the one?
Bill got it.
Bill.
Bill, Ham Radio Tectonics.
Tectonic
So,
Bill.
And
Enjoy that, Bill.
Gunner, thanks for becoming a member.
Thank you, Gunner. Appreciate it.
Gunner. I know a
Philip
Gunner.
with the 26 months.
Phil.
Corey with the 9
Corey.
months.
What's up, dude?
So, all you guys in green chat, thank you. You keep this train going. I won't say on the rails, but you keep it going. So,
Keep it chugging.
that's it.
So James Hannibal thinks I need to grow a quirky mullet.
James has been busy. Did you see what he did to your
James,
various profiles?
Every time I open up my Twitter X, my ex Twitter,
Yep.
all I see is singing profile pictures.
Jason with the gifted sub, and that went to Gary.
Jody
Thank
said,
you.
hold his
Good
beer.
deal. All right. Randy, a member for 8 months. Jody with a gifted sub, and that went to Quirky QRP. Look at that. And then Jimmy, member for a month.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Oh, Scooter 75's in here. What's up, dude?
Oh, Scout.
Cody, member for 17 months.
God, I haven't
Basic.
seen Scout in a long time.
Scout, how we doing, brother? Missed you
I
on Huntsville
miss
this year.
I miss him.
And there's Jason using his 1 month chat. So. Oh, everybody's getting them in. It's the last Tuesday of the month, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got Jeff, member for 20 months. Jeff, I will get with you tomorrow, get you that coffee.
So, guys, the
And
temperature
Jason
has
for 25
dropped
months.
here in Connecticut. I got the Mr.
Finally.
Buddy. I got the Mr. Buddy underneath the table here shooting some.
You got the fan on?
Yes, I do. I calibrated it.
There you
I
go.
did NASA, Elon Musk, Starfleet calibration to ensure no tick 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 tick.
And the parachute apostle there, member for 14 months.
It's
Grouch, how
getting
you
darker. Grouch, it's getting darker. Look at this. Look at this.
doing?
What does this tell you? Well, got long sleeves on tonight.
See, that's just not right. It's still 80 degrees here.
No, see, Carlos is already calling me candy ass. No, man, it's not about being candy ass. It's about being comfortable. Life is too short to be uncomfortable. Yes, Jesse, Starlink, some more stuff's been going up, and I saw, I don't know where it was, either on Instagram, they showed an evolution of Starlink over the last 10 years, maybe,
Oh,
how it's populated, and
went
now it's
from
doing,
nothing to
yeah, and then there was some kind of, then the animation also showed some passes going over the North Pole. Very good, whoever created that. Congratulations, nice job.
So it created what? Sorry, I was in the chat room.
It showed the evolution of Starlink going around the world.
Oh, okay.
So the first 2 years it was hardly anything.
Yep.
Now it's just blanketing.
That's like
the
a swarm of gnats at the campground.
And we
Everywhere.
still didn't get a good Starlink connection at the Overlook.
foliage. It's all about the foliage. That's the end of the day.
No,
just
no.
like RF.
We
No?
were at the Overlook, so there was
Okay.
no foliage that direction, but we could not get enough signal to stream.
All right, that doesn't against the laws of RF. That doesn't make sense.
I know.
Too high up. Too close to the satellite.
Too close to the
Too close.
satellite? Okay.
Yeah.
Deviation.
Did you take the colander, the salad colander, off your hat?
No.
You crazy drunk guys. This is what happens when you go to Monte Sano. Y'all,
I was sober at that point in time.
you were not. We have a picture of you. We have a picture
that
of
was
you.
Sunday. That was
Yeah.
at least 18 hours after.
And that's because of sleep tiredness, or was that
Yes.
because of the bottle?
That was sleep.
Joe Brett, you want to be his lawyer on this one?
He was sleepy.
Well,
he was straight
okay.
Sunday night. He just didn't have no energy from Saturday night.
It's
No.
not. We're not discussing the sleep. What is the cause of it to sleep?
He fought a war Saturday. He was at war with his inner self.
He was.
And,
Yeah.
And who won? Who won?
Oh, the inner. The inner.
The
self,
innards.
definitely.
The inners.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have to apologize. I feel like some of that may be my fault.
Did you contribute?
No, I did not contribute. I did not.
Enable.
I did not enable. I did not provide. When Steve first pulled up, I went over there to try to help him set up his tent or his camper, and he got out of the truck. We had matching shirts on, man. I hadn't even talked. We had the same shirts on.
Twinsies.
Yeah, so I was like, "Hey, man, we got to take
John,
a selfie."
thanks for the $2 super chat.
And so we gear up for the selfie, and I was gonna slap him on the ass. About that time, I realized I hit the wrong spot, man. I had to apologize.
You were reaching.
Give him a prostate exam.
That thing could get you 10 years,
Yeah, right.
or else a boyfriend, depending on.
So after that, he tried to drink it away, you know.
Oh, that's the okay.
There we
Well,
go.
that could be a good reason.
Ron, member for 30 months. Yep, it was great seeing
It
everybody.
was a
at
pretty
Monte
awkward situation.
Sano. A little bit.
So all the
that's all
videos that I've seen from the various YouTubers,
Oh God.
it's amazing how Tuesday, Wednesday, Airhammer, thank you. Appreciate the $10 super chat. How there's some activity Thursday. It's like the great gazelle zebra migration, isn't it? By what, Thursday night? Everyone's crossing in.
Yep.
And then Friday, everyone's grazing. Like the great African migration.
Yeah.
Then
Pretty
you guys
much.
do your things Friday night, and then slowly on Sunday, the herd starts leaving, and then Monday, by what, noontime maybe, the final herd is gone.
Hank, thanks for being here for 17 months.
Hank, thank you, brother. And it's like we'll see you in 364 more days.
Yep. Well,
Leave
it's
your
actually
radio
a little
on and-
longer this year. They pushed Huntsville out a week. So
I know. I'm looking. I saw
Not
the dates.
really.
No,
Supposedly this is a big debacle on whether it's really the third full weekend and what somebody's perspective is on a full weekend. So
Okay.
it's always the third full weekend, not particular set of dates, just the third full weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this year the weekend starts on a Saturday, or next year.
Let's see.
So
While he's looking
know.
that up, everybody in the chat, you guys are calling me Marlon Perkins. I'm surprised you guys know and remember Marlon Perkins. Very good. Hats off. That's very good. He
Yeah,
was
so-
like the Jacques Cousteau, but on land.
So August 26th starts on a Saturday.
No, what's August? What's the August 1st?
August 1st is Saturday for 2026. Yep.
So I don't know, but
So the third weekend should be the 15th, 16th.
see,
Well, does
matter of
August-
perspective.
Is there 5 weeks in August next year?
There are 4 full weeks in August, and then a Saturday, a Sunday, and a Monday.
Well,
Extra.
I'll put it this way: if you were getting paid on a Thursday, are there 5 paychecks? That's how I go.
No.
Because that happens 4 times a year.
Right.
And if you have the opportunity, we're not going to do math, guys, but if you have the opportunity to take those 4 paychecks and do something for the family or for yourself, you're living good.
Yep.
That's free money.
No, there are only 4.
So there's
four
a full
Thursdays or Fridays in
Okay.
August.
there's a full week and another weekend after Huntsville 2025, 26. So there you go.
26.
Start at the 4th and count up. It's the third weekend still.
Here we go. The great debate.
Either way, we're gonna be there.
Right.
Four Wheeling, thanks for the $2 super chat. So
Thanks,
last
Four Wheeling.
weekend, 411 bikes, 175 miles for vets.
Awesome.
Good
Excellent.
job, brother.
Keep it rolling. There's James Hannibal.
Oh yeah, he's been in
Came in early.
the chat a little bit. I'm gonna ignore his comment about being legally married in California, but
All depends what the paper says.
no, apparently it's
Are you
touch somebody
serious?
like that, you are legally married. He's joking, obviously.
Oh.
Don't take our legal advice because
Well,
we're not lawyers.
it used to be the father would point the shotgun towards the groom and say, "You're getting married," and whoever is presiding or residing over this thing and saying the I do's, that's it. That's
Joe, you got some explaining to do to Noel. If we're legally married now.
See, it's null and void. You ain't got nothing to worry about. We both already
Okay.
got marriage certificates, and they don't allow that in our state. So
This is true. This is true.
it's just got to be common just between
Do
us.
you know in one of my marriages, where we got married was literally on the line between 2 different towns, and you had to make sure you were standing, depending where you got your marriage license from what town, at the town hall, you had to stand on a certain part of the property for it to be legal. So you know what I did? I found the line.
Stood on the line.
I was right up. I was right on that line. I had 1 foot on one side and 1 foot on the other, and then a whole bunch of people pushed me in on the proper sign just to make sure to keep it legal.
I was gonna say the question is, what side was she on?
The correct side.
Okay.
Well, that's a matter of perspective too.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yes, it is. But
Very true.
it was just one of
Very
those
true.
weird locations. It just happened to be. But
Mm.
anyway, so guys, tell us about Huntsville. You had good weather. You had good
It was
people.
great.
Great food. Great
We
great
got
everything,
rained on.
right? It was a home run. Would you say it was a home
Oh.
run?
Absolutely. It's always a home run.
Yeah, I noticed. I got a little worried, so I had my scooter. Last year I didn't bring it. Everybody had scooters. Like, man, I should have brought my scooter. So I brought it this year.
Yep.
And then Friday, going back and forth to the pavilion, going back to my fridge to get another cold drink and coming back. And, well, I had a blowout because I didn't pull up to the gate to let it open. I'd go around it where people walk around it. There's a little drop off there with the pavement, pretty sharp, and I hit it 2 or 3 too many times. And I'm sitting there going down the road. I'm like, dang, this thing riding rough all of a sudden.
Is it going thump, 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 thump,
Yeah.
thump, thump?
Yeah. And I'm still giving it hell, man. I'm throttled down, baby.
Full throttle. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this tire comes off this rim, it's going to be a slip and slide way to go. But, I mean, I'm doing
every YouTuber is A, going to run to help you, B, make sure all their cameras are on.
Now, nobody's going to come help me because nobody would have saw me.
Yeah.
Everybody's at the pavilion. I'm on my way.
Yeah, he was. What's that? About an 1/8 mile.
Yeah. So
but it would have took one call on that 2-meter simplex channel. Joe Brett's down in the. Everyone, I'm telling you, everyone would have been running. And plus the cameras. You could still be lying there while they still get the focus, get the right angle.
That's very possible. I mean, I was doing 27 downhill on that thing.
Ask you for commentary because that's gonna be their whole B-roll. You know that.
What's the speed limit in that park there, Joe?
For vehicle traffic, it's 15. But according to Mr. D, he was advised it didn't apply to bicycles and scooters.
Okay.
So I let her rip. Tater chip.
There you go.
There's a barbecue chip too.
Did you spill the beer though?
No. It was safely in my carrying bag, a messenger bag. So yeah. Anyway, the story of that is I got back to the pavilion, and then Mama Noel got done cooking, and her and Paula's getting ready to go back to the campground. She's gonna wash all the grease out of her hair, and so I go ahead and throw the scooter in the back of her car because I didn't want to ride it all the way back and just ruin the tire.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna walk back. I'm walking away from the camper, and I hear a bunch of rackets. I'm like, man, they wasn't that loud when I left, but, who knows, maybe Carlos or somebody showed up. And so I start walking toward the noise. I'm like, that's really not that far of a walk going straight through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going through the woods, and I get to the lookout. I'm like, oh, this ain't it. I pull up my phone. There's a bunch of people at the lookout, so they were causing all the noise. I look at my phone. I'm only to the halfway point to the pavilion. Mm-hmm. I keep walking, and then lightning is a clacking.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, if I go back to the camper, it's going to take me just as long to go back to the camper and take shelter as it's going to take me to get to the pavilion and take shelter. So I carry on with my can in one hand, my backpack on my back, and I keep on to the pavilion. And I see a lot of people leaving when I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, there was so many people parked on the side of the main road.
Oh, yeah.
And I just,
down the road.
one of the park employees had just come by me. One of the rangers, I guess, that checks on everything, not the law enforcement ranger, but so I'm sitting there thinking, man, I done did this walk, risked my life getting struck by lightning and soaking with rain. And dudes done run everybody off, and everybody's leaving because everybody that was leaving that I could see was going to their car at the road. But lo and behold, I get there, party's still on. It's just some people wasn't sticking around for the rain and thunderstorm. Mm-hmm. So those of you that left and didn't come back, you can stay there in the rain. We can huddle up in the middle. Usually, you don't get wet unless you hang around the edges.
Just say, happens at least every year, once.
Carlos is liking some candy tonight.
Yeah, he is. He's in
candy
rare
asses. Yeah. So yeah, Carlos and Paul jumped in the rain. I was so confused when I heard that. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to do that.
I was going to ask. I thought you can't do it. I thought that's a safety hazard.
No.
No.
So they did not jump through clouds. They had sight of the ground. When they came out of the airplane, it was not raining. It decided to rain on them as soon as they were under canopy, which may have been seconds after they came out of that airplane, but...
Which means a cloud went above them shortly after. because that's where the precipitation.
Well,
comes from.
but they're
now
also dropping. They were dropping, so they eventually were under a cloud.
Yes, they were definitely under a cloud.
I've seen rain fall where there's not clouds. It happens.
Was you standing under a balcony?
No, it was
Wait
not
a minute.
yellow rain.
Wait a minute. You just
Let's explore this.
Wait, you just threw me off.
Me and Izzo request some more context to this.
Please get out the AI boys in the comment. I want to understand this.
You can get rain up to 10 miles away from a cloud.
But there was cloud. You said no clouds.
No, I said not under a cloud.
No, I don't think so. We can play that back. You said no cloud.
You're still under the cloud.
The cloud's 10 miles away.
But how do you get rain from not being under a cloud?
The updrafts on the wind.
Oh.
So when I take a garden hose and I spray it out this way, and the neighbor across the street,
if your garden hose has that kind of power.
Oh, my garden hose is I got a powerful garden hose. Let me tell you something. I got a lot of PSI.
Izzo's got the hose.
I got the hose. I got a hose. I got a
Stop hooking up to the fire extinguisher.
I pride myself in my nozzles. I do. Because you don't want to get that cheapo $2.99 or $1.99 the metal thing. You want
got to have that pistol grip with the lever on top. Yeah.
You got to have a nice grip on it. You got to be able to change whether you want like the Darth Vader, like the Star Wars Death Ray kind of, or you want that nice, spray, light, hard, whatever. You got to have options, man. This is, No, Carlos, you are stirring. He's stirring a shit pot tonight.
Yeah, he is.
He just wants to come on the show. And I don't know if I want to let him now. Unless he's bringing coffee.
Hey, that's some good
okay,
coffee.
so you're saying the updraft takes the water and shoots it across.
Well, the updraft takes it up into the winds, and then the wind shoots it across. And then it falls.
What layer? Is that the F1 layer? Is that a D layer?
No, it's not that high.
Not that. Okay. I'm just testing you.
But yeah, and it was kind of funny. They've got a gator or mule, whatever. It's got a trailer on the back of it down at the drop zone that they put benches in. So they go pick up the jumpers when they land long. Well, he went down and picked up a bunch of jumpers, and I was like, hey, we got 2 still in the air. And he goes, sucks for them. Because it was starting to rain pretty hard. We'd already pushed the airplane in. And I was like, all right, guess I'm hopping on that thing and going down. No, homie strips down to just his shorts and drives out through the rain to go pick up Paul and Carlos.
Not his first time.
That's right. That's right,
not
Joe.
Not their first time at all.
No, you're right, Joe.
Yeah, so he wasn't saying sucks for them as not his problem. He's going to leave them out there.
Oh, no, that's how he
There's
said
nothing they can do but to fly in it anyway. So
yep.
See them when they get down. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Carlos, I hope you've got pictures of that trailer because I'm sure you guys need that at CSC.
Hey, that was fun watching him and Jim, fly out, do a tandem. That was very good.
And Jim said he's going to do it again next year.
Good for him.
So, and I know he's got at least one more tandem video coming out. And I don't know if he videoed the parachute to parachute, but he and Paul made a contact under canopy.
Excellent.
So,
yeah, Paul rocked it this summer. The Grouch rocked it. I'm very, very happy for him.
Talking about that jump, that was great. First thing you heard was the parachute to parachute contact. I got that out of the way, and then started making calls. Good times, but Ham Radio Duo, I don't think they're in here tonight. Yeah, they are. Look, I'm going to talk about them. So this is with all the love out of my heart, what I'm going to say. But the same way that when y'all was trying to teach me what... Okay, so we did some 2 meter contacts, code contacts, Morse code, whatever.
Mm-hmm. There
at the pavilion, they was great host of that, and Mike was sitting next to the operator. They needed some help, helping along. Mike's going to look at me and it's like, when it's my turn to send back, he says the letter whatever, and I'm like, okay, what is that? He's like, oh, and he tells me it's okay. But what was funny was then he was like, do K, and I look at him like, really, dude, again? But I knew K because I can send my call sign, and it starts with K. My bad. But anyway, tables turn around when it's Carlos and Paul jumping, and just so happens Mike and Becky was walking and coming up to the truck. I was out in the truck operating some radio, and I was like, they had their handheld. They was waiting for it. I'm like, nah, put the handheld away. I got 50 watts and Big John on top of the truck, right? So
you got that DTOS with 6 dB of gain going.
And no, remember, I forgot the DTOS. So 2026, we'll try again.
There you go.
So Big John, if you're not familiar with Big John, that is like MFJ's biggest 2-meter vertical car antenna they make. It's I don't know what size it is. It's bigger than a 5/8 wave by a little bit. So I had to get a Trimag mount to put it on the truck.
Nice.
And not fall over.
Nice.
So yeah, they come over and like I make my contact and we're talking, and then I'm going to give them the mic. And bless it. How do we make voice contacts? It was something like that.
I was gonna say they're as bad as N8YO.
They should know. They made the only. You mean I'm their? I know I was their first voice contact. You mean there's nobody been, and no one else since me?
Well, let's just say that that's not their. It's not their practice. Right.
I know. Well,
they like to talk in taps, and the only thing I could say was, you grab the mic and you push and hold. Don't tap it. Just push and hold and talk. So
hold.
They did great.
Hold like
they
a
did
one
great.
Mississippi, and then they keep holding and then start talking. That's what I teach everybody.
They did great.
The old Mississippi way.
Just a little mic fright.
That's okay. We all have that.
All good.
We all have that.
Fun times.
And I know Becky and probably Mike already got their QSL cards from Carlos because he
A lot of
filled them
people
out
got
right
the park.
there at the park.
Nice.
I meant to bring a bunch of mine, the ones I never send out. I asked Randy in the chat earlier if he got my QSL card yet. He said, no, did you actually send one? I said, no, I was just checking. And I don't know that I sent him in the chat. He probably got pissed off.
I love that. You're
I've
599.
seen him in the
No. You're that's great. Duo, that's great. That's awesome.
I said, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. It's fine.
Now, stickers. Did you guys start throw out stickers this year?
I forgot my stickers, and I'm running low. I need to order more. But Joe, apparently, Ham Radio Duo knows of a great QSL card service.
Yeah, I was just replying to him. Like, I was looking for it the other night. So I'm just going to use their service to send Randy a card. So I gotta dig the link back up because all I had saved was the learnmorsecode.org. If you're interested in learning more about Morse code, learnmorsecode.org. A lot of resources. They got a lot of good resources, man. I found this. They got these different applications toward the bottom of the screen. It was like your phone apps and then web apps and different stuff. And I found one where you use the bracket. I went down a rabbit hole. I started getting ticked off a little bit, but because the speed wasn't doing right. But I had to go over here to my real key and remember how I sent that, and then go over here to the keyboard and do that.
Okay.
But, yeah, I got stuck on that website for a little bit.
Yeah, it happens.
No ham till it hurts. I do not send a UPS. I send a USPS.
Either way, it still won't get there.
We'll see it. Hey, Vern 6. I've got
Hey, Vern.
I've got this guy. Like, I know most of the folks that
So
I know the
guy.
I know
You
the
know
front
guy.
I know the front desk people. I know them. And then I know the guy that's in the office. I don't know what his title is, but he's got some pull.
Postmaster. I bet you that's your postmaster.
Could be, probably so. And I can get some packages and stuff hung up. I see the tracking and it's just stuck in Memphis or somewhere, and I'll give it a few days, or it's headed back to where it come from. Like I ordered something from Washington State, and it got all the way to Memphis, and then it started going back to Washington State, and I got a notification that they tried to deliver, but they didn't have the gate code. I'm like, dude, I'm out in the country. I ain't got no gate. And I realized it was already back on the other side of the country. So I've always been able to call this guy and be like, hey, man, here's the tracking number. See what you can do. And he'll send an email to the place that it last hit, and it starts moving again. It's amazing.
Amazing how that works.
Yep. The guy I knew at UPS, he just said, yeah, that thing, it ain't moved from Huntsville. So that's what we should have done. We should have
tell you a story.
Found UPS in Huntsville and asked for a tour. We need to tour this place.
Go.
Specifically, the unmanned conveyor belt space of your facility.
Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah.
Oh, what's this 4-foot box sitting over here under the conveyor belt? It's got my name on it.
The one that fell off like last month. Got pushed into the corner.
That was back in April. Yeah.
So let me tell you what I've observed with the post offices that I deal with, especially locally. They're like the DMV, but in a whole different way. I know that kind of sounds crazy. And I mean no disrespect to the DMV, but the post office people that I've dealt with are very happy. Yes, they will not open that door 1 minute before. And yes, they close it right at the closing time. If you're 5 seconds late, you're 5 seconds late. You got to hit them up on the next business day. But they're very good. They're very friendly. They'll help you. At one time, I was doing so much work, guys. You know the statement that they give you when you go to mail a box? Is there anything fragile, liquid? You know, they give you all that stuff. It's a whole spiel. They know it by heart. I finally started learning it. And at one point, I got it down. I think I was close to like 99%. I had it down. And I'm like, oh, my God, I know this thing better than I know my kids' birthdays. It got to be real scary. So next time I went up to the counter, the person behind the clerk was there. And I said, hey, can I say it? He's like, I have to say it. I said, can I please just say it? He's like, go ahead. I will confirm to you that there was no, and I'm going right down the list. And he says, very good. He says, you still can't get the job here because you didn't say it right. But, because, these guys say it, 20.
Hundreds of times a day.
A day. But the nicest people and very happy. Mm-hmm. But Joe, I understand your point because the counter people are great, the postman, but you don't know what's happening behind the wall.
Right.
Now, maybe they're happy too. Maybe they're being overworked. Maybe I have no idea what the operations are over there. I just think it's all just a bunch of pigeonholes, and supposedly it's not.
Joe, you're going to hate me. The warehouse is 17 minutes from the park.
Well, we know what we got to do next year.
Oh, you guys, absolutely. That is a field trip right there.
Next year, we ride, boys.
What about Amazon? Is there an where's the next Amazon?
I'm sure there's an Amazon. But then we can go over to the Railroad Museum of North Alabama.
Now, you mentioned Amazon. On my way into Huntsville, and I hadn't noticed this before, so I don't know how new it is because it's not very often I don't notice stuff because I'm always looking for towers and everything as I travel. There was this huge Amazon outlet store. It looked like a mall, but it was Amazon on all four sides and nice big glass doors. So I don't think it was like a warehouse. It looked like something maybe you could go shop warehouse returns or something. It was probably 30 minutes before you get to Huntsville or so.
Okay.
I don't think I've come through Decatur yet, but maybe right before Decatur.
I would love to see the Amazon distribution center.
I've got one right here behind the house.
We have one maybe about Steve, right from the airport. It's on the back side of the airport when you fly into Hartford. So,
because I occasionally drive Amazon Flex when I'm bored and have nothing better to do, and I just go over there, pick up a route, and make a few bucks.
Yeah, talking about Huntsville stuff again. I need to. This was a big subject among my peers and folks that was around. For one, let me start with this. I think one of the most amazing things I saw while in Huntsville was at the park, of course. And it wasn't Steve. He's pretty amazing. But we had our very own king of the dumpster fire, Sam, was hanging out in the park with us. Like, I walked by him like, I know that face. And he seen me looking at him. He called my name, and I said,
Nice.
Sam.
Nice. Sam
Yes.
Weaver. I love it.
Yep.
So he was hanging out. It was good to see him. So, and Jeff reminded me, N4 POD, he was talking about his wife, Jeanette, was worried about me. And I assume it was because I was talking about the transmission and everything in my truck. I wasn't sure if I would get there or not. I come to a conclusion about my situation with the transmission heat and stuff. Since I did a 400-mile round trip with it, I think it was just me freaking myself out.
Okay.
I got to thinking about it on the way home. I said, you know what? That trip that the transmission started getting hotter than usual was my first trip of the year pulling the camper. And this is the same road that I don't let grass grow going back and forth to the office on. And I think I was a little out of practice babying the throttle a little bit. Now, I was conscious of I was pulling the camper, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was extremely conscious pulling it to Huntsville and back. And like when I say conscious babying that throttle, I'm talking about hitting a hill at 65. And by the time I get to the crest of that hill at the top, I may be doing 35. Yeah. Like anything to keep it from downshifting, like I will go as slow as let that speed drop. Because shifting is what creates the heat.
Okay.
Yes, everybody always says, did you have the overdrive cut off? Yeah, I always pull it in tow mode.
But what if you stayed? What if you stayed in third gear though, Joe? If you started third gear and just
I don't have. Well, I guess I have that option if I put it in manual, but I've heard people talk about that. I don't know if I'm ready to jack around guessing whether that works or not.
especially when you're out of state.
Yeah,
That's something to do in state. No,
Yeah.
but I'm just trying to apply common sense here.
Yeah. So so for one, Steve, you're right. Going to Huntsville, we left Wednesday evening, so it was nightfall shortly after we left, and that really did help. But Monday morning when I left to come back home, it didn't take long for the temperature before I got home, back up a little bit. But the truck still did fine. It stayed normal temps because I was extremely conscious of my throttle. One thing that's funny, talking about the overdrive, using the tow mode, I always use tow mode when I'm pulling it. But when we was coming into Huntsville, there was that last exit getting off onto Governor's Drive. That thing's a little quirky. I'm cruising along like 60 or whatever, and GPS is like, take a right. And I was like, oh, crap, here it is. And it's like a little Z-turn real quick. And then there's a red light. So I'm like turning real quick and then having to get on the brakes. And when you got tow mode on, you have engine-assisted braking. So it starts downshifting, boom, boom, like if I had Jake brakes.
I was just going to say, that's a Jake brake right there.
It does. It just don't make the cool sound, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Man, if it don't make the sound, then that's not fair.
It don't make the sound.
Oh.
But when it done that, dude, the temperature on the transmission went from like 175 to 195 like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, so Monday morning when I was leaving, I got the bright idea, let's not use tow mode till I get to the bottom of the hill to keep the engine brake assist off so it's not downshifting and creating more heat, right? Well, let me tell you, when I got to the bottom of the hill, I realized a man's got two choices to choose from. He's got to choose either transmission heat
or brake heat
or brakes. And at the bottom of the hill, at the end of the day, I think I'd rather have a blown transmission than not being able to stop at the bottom of that hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
Look at this, Joe.
yeah, I'm like, that's a situation to be in, decisions to make. But I do believe ultimately I'd rather stop when I want to stop.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, your camper weight, were you at half capacity, 3/4? What do you think you were with the camper, including the camper itself? I mean, everything all said and done. You know,
Yeah, so
boat weight, everything.
with my Tahoe and the camper weight and everything, I'm running about half the rating.
Okay.
Okay.
So the dry weight of the camper is a little bit more than half, but not quite 3/4. So the dry weight of the camper is 41, right at 4,200. The tow capacity is on the truck is right around 8. So you start packing everything in. Let's just say I had 400 or 500 extra pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But and it was just me because Noelle had her own vehicle this year. So
Yeah. Now, Joe, you have trailer brakes on that too, right?
yeah, yep.
So do you use the trailer brakes at all?
Heck yeah, I let them sun guns eat, buddy. There's one time I had them turned up a little too high, and I got to see them trailer tires smoke like the 18-wheelers do when they're coming up to a red light. I was like, let me turn that down a couple notches.
Yeah, just a touch. Just
Yeah.
a touch.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine pulling one with that weight or more weight without trailer brakes.
Yeah. Well, if you get the opportunity when you're in Huntsville, I highly recommend Oak Park Drive Northeast. I don't know if you've heard about that way in,
No, I don't.
but that
Yes.
comes up to Bankhead. But it's so steep that my truck with no trailer went from 30 to 10.
And you want me to try it with the camper?
No, not with the camper. Absolutely not with the camper, unless you're going downhill.
What's that ain't the route that took you through the subdivision, is it?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
subdivision.
So yeah, before you get to Bankhead or whatever, that last coming out of the subdivision, you'll bottom out a trailer if you got a trailer on, and you can see where a lot of people have.
That's the downhill.
Yeah. The first year we come to Huntsville, that's when we were still staying in the cabins, we used to take that route. And I thought when I got to the top of it every time, like, if you got a camper, you're screwed.
Oh yeah, no, there is no way I'd stop at that stop sign with a camper, because you'll start rolling backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday I went that route and sent the Blackstone flying through the.
That's why I was
bed of
topped
the
over.
camper. Yeah.
We got back from, what was that, Sunday night we come back from eating?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Steve backs up in his camping spot, and I shine the light for him, and the Blackstone's in like 5 different pieces laid over on its side.
You mean
Well,
it had
just-
wings?
The top came off of it. The legs and the burners were laying down. I did lose the grease catch out of it though.
Mm.
I mean, that's one way of cleaning it out.
Well, I keep foil cups in the grease tray, and just throw those away. But
Right.
Vern and Scout both says they took that their first time,
mm-hmm.
and it looked like it was lessons learned.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vern got the big old truck too, and it was grunting. Huh?
That's a steep freaking hill.
Yeah. Yeah, there's they make these apps for if you're pulling a camper, trailers, or stuff like that. But man, them sun guns can be high. I found this one app on iOS, and it's simply called Truck Map.
Mm-hmm.
And it's free, and it's a little quirky to use. I don't know if James made it or what, but you can fiddle with it enough to finally get your destination. And it's the only map on my phone that will take me to Governor's. Everything else wants me to go through that subdivision.
Yeah. Luckily, the way I come in, it dumps me right onto Governor's, so I don't have to worry about it coming from my direction. But
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss having Scout in the park this year.
mm-hmm.
I missed you, buddy. Nuclear eggs wasn't the same without exploding eggs. And I think we touched on it a little last week, but evidently Renee's breakfast was amazing.
Yep.
I did not get to partake in that. I went back to the camper, and when I came back, it's all gone.
You missed out on breakfast tacos?
Yep. That I did.
That's a shame because, yeah, they were definitely good.
So John's asking how many people did POTA and SOTA. I know there was a bunch of guys doing POTA.
There were a bunch up there. Pretty much every campsite had at least one radio going at some point throughout the weekend. And just trying to think. I know there's a few logs that still need to be uploaded, mine included, because somebody hasn't sent me my copy of the log yet. But I haven't seen them in the chat yet either, so we'll see.
I know I worked my KAMRD, and then I think that might have been Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember.
Okay.
My ham alert was going crazy. I'm like, which antenna should I use? Trying to chase them.
All of them.
Yeah. And literally 20 meters was like in, and all of a sudden you catch that wave where Mike all of a sudden was like a nice 5.7, and all of a sudden, bam, there he's dropping down. And then Sunday night, James, KE8PZN, and that whole group, was there 8 of them?
Operators.
It was 18. I thought it was about 10. I didn't know.
He said Christ. 18 when we made contact with him in the park Saturday night.
Wow. Oh, good for everybody, though.
Well, y'all may have missed it. Oh, Kyle is in the chat. Hello, Kyle. And Kyle's bragging about he pulled his little hiker trailer up to the subdivision all the time. No problem.
With his little Tacoma. So.
Yeah, and the same guy, when I'm talking about my transmission heat, was going, I pull mine at 230 all the time, rock and roll, you know.
So is it all about technique? Is it technique then, guys? What is it? What do you think it is?
Let it burn. Let it burn. Wow.
Oh, Greg, checking Greg is correct.
Greg is here. Holy crap.
Uh-oh.
Where the hell was you at, Ed? Where?
Yep. Ed missed it this year. So
Ed, yeah.
Ed missed out on the microphone covers.
I bet they'll mail him one.
I'm sure they will.
Or save him one anyway.
Yep.
I mean, if he's lucky, he may find one next year if he shows up laying around somewhere.
Oh, God.
It was hilarious.
I hope not.
We got over to 2.0's campsite, and last year I handed out, well, I'll just go ahead and say this. Carlos comes straight up to me, and he's like laughing his butt off, got something in his hand. He said, "You won't believe what I just found on the ground over there." So last year I gave out those little, I've always had them, the little round tokens of my appreciation. I don't know where they're at. There was one laying on the dirt.
Oh.
Right by the picnic table. So somebody lost one last year. I figure 2.0 probably just threw it in the ground. But
he'll never admit it. Speaking of which, I know Kyle announced Sunday on 2.0 stream what we raised for. Yep, how much we raised for TI.
Yeah,
and I want to say it was north of 6,500.
I think we need to give a big shout out to Kyle.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm gonna.
He worked his butt off. Go ahead, Joe. Take it.
Yeah. I was just gonna touch on what you're touching on. We were sitting there. I actually missed the live stream. As soon as it was over, I turned YouTube on, so I started watching the replay, and we were sitting there watching it. We, as in me and Grill Master Noel, and Kyle sitting there thinking, you know, all the folks involved and everything, and Noel was like, "And thank you, Kyle." And I'm like, "Yeah, Kyle never thanks himself." So everybody, we pass along thanks to you, Kyle. You started the whirlwind. But yeah, it was just completely amazing because before the show, talking with Kyle, he was just hoping to raise $3,000 this year to top last year. And blew it out of the water. I don't know what his expectations for next year is, but wow.
Yep.
It was, you guys showed out and showed up whether you was there or not. A lot of donations for people that wasn't there, and a lot of donations that from people that was there.
And we definitely appreciate the donations because that's a great cause. And I think Steve said it's about $3,000 to put a teacher through.
No,
TI.
4,500.
Is it 4,500 now?
I was doing the math. I was doing the math Sunday night.
When you do the board and the travel and everything together, yeah.
However, Carlos Jesus gave an excellent sermon, and I say that very seriously.
More than one
on Sunday night. That it's not just you're just not helping one teacher. That teacher is then going back.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what he calls it, the shark tooth effect or the multiplier. I forgot, but he's absolutely right though. You got to get the right teacher, and I know Steve and that group, they do a fantastic job, and and I believe the QR code and the PayPal and the Venmo is still, they
are still active. Yep.
Kyle will be happy to write another check.
So you can see in the chat who was watching Carlos's elevator speech.
Thank you, Jeff.
The force
multiplier. I was trying to explain that at work today, and I had deer in the headlights. So I really wish I had Carlos at my job today.
Yep. So. And our buddy David, Frequency Frontiers, thanks for the $2 super chat. Did anyone stay in the glamping tents, and how were they?
I don't know if anybody here does, but I have some local friends that has stayed in them like the last 2 or 3 years. They always get the one at the end closest to the bathhouse. But they're local to me here, and they would like to get a cabin, but I told them they're likely out of luck on that.
Cabins are already sold out.
Yeah.
And when I looked, there were 2 campsites left.
Are you serious?
Yep.
We're 360 days away or 358 days away, and this stuff is already...
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So I lost out on my campsite for next year.
Sucker.
Because
I
had it sitting in the cart and, was trying to get it to go through, and all of a sudden it's like, nope. So I'm over in spot 74 next year.
Oh, that's a good spot. That was my spot last year.
Your spot, yeah, last year, all concrete. So.
And poor Mike and Becky thought that was their spot this year. Then they got there and they were in 72 with no sewer hookup. And man, they had a rough time. They were there all week. They pulled in on a Monday, didn't have no sewer hookup, and their awning was stuck out, so they couldn't pull the camper to the dump station.
Did you say 72?
Yeah.
So for QRPers. 72 is how you sign. So there you go.
There you go.
That's it. Let me make sure which.
Yeah, Kyle lost out on his spot. Bill said in the chat, Tectonics said he lost his spot.
Oh no.
Yeah. I've been telling, I love all y'all and I love to see y'all at Huntsville. But I've been telling all these YouTubers, quit encouraging everybody to be so quick on the draw. There's going to be a time to where we ain't going to have a spot.
No, scratch that. I took spot 72 for next year. I'm in 72.
Oh, well, better bring a porta potty.
Go bring your dude wipes.
It's close enough to the bathhouse. I'm not worried about it.
There you go.
And Greg, I might take you up on that cot. Be careful, buddy.
I don't know.
He
may be spooning with you. You never know, or vice versa.
So, yeah, Jody's right. We definitely need a larger venue because we definitely ran out of parking spaces this year.
Yeah. Well, Frank was looking that up on the live stream, and I think he said it was like 100 times more the cost of what the pavilion is. Very nice amenities, kitchen, indoor space, a lot of parking, but big price. So.
Oh yeah. I wonder if they'll cut us a deal.
Oh, Vern's negotiating, he says. So.
Yeah, okay. What's the lodge? That has me very intrigued. What does the lodge offer?
The lodge is a wedding venue. That's how they market it, at least. It's expensive.
Izzo is muting the sounds of our people. What are you doing?
No, because I got sirens in the back.
That's what I'm talking about. That's me and you, man.
Oh! But I'm being courteous. That's called. Isn't that called YouTube or? Stream?
Let us hear the crime rate in your town. Don't mute it out.
How you know? How do you know?
That's the next town over. That's not his town. His town's too small to have crime.
Listen, no, that's not true. Every town has its SHs. You know that.
Oh, I know. I'm looking to see if I can pull up.
So the lodge is a wedding. Oh my goodness, a wedding venue.
Yeah.
Vern says it's 300 plus people.
Okay.
Plus parking.
So that's
maybe indoor bar.
Yeah.
Bathroom.
Probably can't call it a bar. Probably have to bring your own.
But still.
Waters or sodas.
Mm.
But definitely an indoor venue. Hang on. All right, let's share
Maybe
this
we
out.
could persuade somebody to renew their vows.
So that's the front of the lodge there.
That looks nice.
Oh, that's way too much grass in front of it. I thought it was all parking.
And then got a big patio out back, all stone.
Does she come with it?
No. Forget that. Big dining
Professional tables. Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
If we use that, I think they had to be something else incorporated in that.
Oh yeah.
That's like a.
There's your serving table there.
Oh,
some of T.O.'s 4 days in August or something.
Right.
That could fit a lot of crock pots and beans right there.
Well,
look at this kitchen. Oh,
yeah.
look at this whole
industrial kitchen.
Industrial kitchen, stainless steel. Look at that.
Ice
maker.
Oh boy.
Ice maker.
I don't know that we keep
convection
up with our,
oven.
Yeah.
You
keep
can
up
wash
with our ice usage.
Sink.
But yeah, that's a heck of a spot. And
well, there's another option. I don't know if anybody's thought of, but it's if all of us people have the cabins rented out, we could just have a big old block party down the street. Just use all the cabins in the yards. Now, that doesn't protect you from the ultimate storm that's always going to come through.
I was going to say, the problem with that is parking.
Well,
I was reading the rules. I thought you're not supposed to have guests in your cabins.
Nobody said they were.
They're not in the cabin. They're outside.
We're going to be playing cornhole and stuff out in the yard.
Look, the last year I rented a cabin, I brought one of my little wireless security cameras and put it up in the window. The amount of hikers and people walking through and people pulling up and walking around your cabin just looking. Because you know that's what professional campers do. They come and see the spot before they, if they like it or not, and then write it down on notebook paper and reserve it later. But yeah, I was surprised the amount of people that come around the cabins when you're not there.
I mean, that could be a lot of force multiplying going on outside. So
they rent the lodge in 4-hour increments.
Oh.
Discounted rates available Monday through Friday.
So the lodge, how far is it from the campsites and the cabins? Is it like
the lodge is right by
first thing you get to when you come through the gate?
Yeah. You come through the gate and it's immediately on your right.
So minus your e-bike travel, it's a 5-minute walk then from your, if you had to, right? 5-10 minute walk?
Probably more.
Okay.
Oh yeah, a little more than that. But,
are those trails lit at night?
No. No, not in even in the slightest. If you saw Frank's video on what the Huntsville wrap up, I guess that's what he called it. You can see the deer walk right up to you at the campsites.
Well, Grouch was showing pictures of him waking up in the morning, and there's so there you go.
Bambi's right there, looking in your door. What do you got for breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
That was always my favorite. When I was at the cabins, I'd wake up in the mornings, waiting on Noel to get ready to have my cup of coffee. I'd go outside, still kind of foggy outside. Walk one of the little nearby trails, deer and other wildlife just right there 15 feet from you.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nice stuff.
It's one way of keeping the blood pressure low, make you nice and calm.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny when you're sitting there eating venison jerky and they walk up to you.
Ah,
It's like, hey, that smells like family.
Behave, Steve.
What? I didn't say anything about harvesting right there on site.
the comments are just driving me so crazy.
Not that I wouldn't mind it.
Evidently,
Give permission.
we just missed fawn season too, because a week after Huntsville, I seen them post about the fawns.
Need to reach out to the administration over there and see if I can pay for processing.
Processing what?
The deer.
They don't process their deer. They let
He
them live.
He wants more jerky. That's why.
No, they harvest.
Don't make me mad.
That's one thing we haven't gotten down here at my house yet. We've had the bobcat. We've had the foxes, the coyotes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bear running around, but he's still maybe about a half a mile away. He hasn't come south yet.
Okay.
We had a deer, I don't know, 6-8 years ago, but that was just at one time. So I don't know if he was lost. Maybe his GPS was off. I don't know. But I haven't seen. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, look, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. How do I?
Wow.
Hotkeys.
So I'm looking here. Thursday to Sunday next year. There is not a campsite available. Primitive is still available, but actual campsites.
What does primitive mean? All the way out, or at the beginning when you first come in?
No, it's all the way out, and it's tent camping only.
Okay.
Or, if you're Mike, you sleep in your car.
Sleep in your car, right?
But no RVs. And
so there's no hookups.
No water, no sewer. There's a fire pit. There's a grill. You're allowed 2 vehicles. Max 8 people.
Vern 6 has 10 sites reserved. Contact him if you need
Okay.
one.
Good deal. That's where all the sites went.
He's gonna pimp them out now. See, that's the upsell. I like his thinking.
Vern, did you take 51 Alpha? Is that?
I think I don't know if it was Noel. Somebody mentioned that Vern probably rented the whole park. He's gonna hand them out to everybody.
Nice.
Got to go through Vern.
Gotta go through Vern. Pimp daddy.
Hey,
So,
Jeff's got a good idea there.
Jeff does have a good idea, which I don't know about renting them, but so my youngest one's got this Toyota plant's local to us, and they got this program with the high school and give them a job after high school and this and that. But anyway, we went to their little orientation thing the other day, and they had, I don't know, probably 9 to 12-seater little buses. They were shaped just like a big city bus, but they were miniature. They were the coolest thing ever. I want one of those. It was almost as cool as the antique car golf cart that was in the park.
Oh yeah, that golf cart was very cool.
Yeah, that made me wish I had a toy hauler, so I could make me a golf cart.
Just need to sell the Tahoe, get a pickup.
Yeah, I thought about that, and then you got to let the tailgate down or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see? Good. I'm sorry. Good.
Just don't get an automatic release tailgate.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Mike KAMRD going around on his e-bike?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been looking at them. I'm glad he made that video because he really made me do a deeper dive of trying to figure out what I want and need and do I really want it. It's one of those things of like, do I need another radio?
I was gonna say I want one, but I don't need one.
Right. But there's a lot of options, and he opened my eyes to the various options that he may have on his bike. But I'll tell you one thing I want. I want the folding design, I think. I think that might have to be a mandatory.
That's almost a must. So
yeah.
that scooter I got a while back from TO that I use now, it's the only one we can take with us because it folds. I've got 2 other electric scooters, but they don't fold, and I don't have a truck bed. So it'd be different if I had a truck bed. But
Elle, good evening.
There she is. Hello.
Elle's on frequency.
Welcome back. See, we told her come back anytime.
Dan saying get a hover round. No.
Hover round, yeah.
No. Oh,
Listen,
hover round, not hoverboard. Okay.
Let's just get a UTV. Let's just get the UTV and call it a day. You know, put some lights and antennas on that thing and Stokes basket. We'll be all set.
Yep. I'm surprised the UTV that runs around the park doesn't already have antennas on it.
Well, somebody's got to make that happen.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, you know, if you're thinking about a Hamfest, Huntsville's definitely the one to hit. It's more of a camping trip that ends with a Hamfest, but it's definitely a good time.
I get their slogan when they say the friendliest. I get it. Because every video, year after year, you could see it. It is just everybody is happy. I think it's probably very smart of them going indoor, running the AC for everything, the tailgating, everything, right? Everything is indoors.
Everything's inside.
Makes sense. And that's...
And if you stay at the Embassy Suites, you don't ever have to go outside unless you want to come up to the park.
Just take the elevator down, right?
There's actually a walkway that goes across.
Oh, there you go.
Air-conditioned walkway.
There you go.
But yeah, take the elevator down to breakfast, eat breakfast, then go up a floor and take the walkway across the... And you're good.
My dream is one day we get all of the clubhouse together and we do either a live show down there or just a show down there just for everybody who's there.
They need to fix the Wi-Fi.
And I think that would be fun. Yeah, okay, so if we don't stream it out live, we tape it away. Record it. I think it would be fun to do a clubhouse show there.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and
that's definitely an option.
80. I guess they're talking about the free omelets that they also offer. You had me there. Waffles and omelet, the breakfast, you had me there.
Embassy Suites, yeah, you can't go wrong. So, Carlos is calling you out. He's saying you're going to show up.
I'm waiting for the kids' college to release the dates for next year. They usually do them around November, December. And those are all tentative. So since Huntsville might have moved it, there could be. If not, I'm just going to have to wait until they graduate because they still need dear old dad. Especially this last weekend, getting Matthew 6 flights of stairs.
Oof.
No elevators. This He-Man muscles were working. Carrying the college refrigerator up and the bags and this and that. And holy cripes. I use muscles that I haven't used muscles. Or knew I had muscles. So I'm like, holy cripes. Thank God for ibuprofen afterwards.
Now,
but it was fun.
Did Matthew get his license to get scholarship?
For, what do you mean?
Amateur radio license.
No. Listen. He has no interest. If anything, he's going to be running our show for us.
It's free money.
What do you mean it's free money?
All he has to do is take the test, pass it, get his license, and then apply for the scholarships. He doesn't have to get on the air.
He did very good. Let me tell you something. We were very, very blessed this year. We were very blessed and very honored for the amount of scholarship money he got.
Good.
So, but listen, he's going into digital media. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he'll be working for the big companies and doing their promotional videos, making commercials. YouTube. Yeah. He'll be running circles around us. He'd be like, "Hey, Steve, you want me to edit that video for you?"
There are guys that make money.
He could be saying, "Hey, Steve, don't you know your thumbnail looks a little bit like Joe Brett's thumbnail, and maybe we should change it up a little bit?"
I don't know what he's talking about.
Izzo Stern.
Stating the truth. I'm just stating the truth.
I'm afraid because I saw a thing about my... oh, God. Don't look at the show chat in Discord.
Uh-oh.
Everybody in the show chat.
Oh, yep. The ham shuttle bus. Yeah, there you go.
I'll post it up here.
All right, let's share that.
Shout out to Dan there, WD4DAN. Hello, brother. How you doing?
Not quite long enough, but
If that's all we got, it'll work, though.
we'll make it work.
Rack them
We
and
can
pack
get
'em.
at least 8 folks sitting down, another 3 or 4 standing up.
Have you seen what we've done in a skydive plane? We can pack them in there.
I'm not sitting in your lap.
What's a skydive plane? 12?
Depends on the airplane.
QRP
Come on,
bus.
Carlos can speak better to that. See, you say his name.
What? Oh, no,
And
Beetlejuice.
Lord help
Who
us.
Beetlejuiced it?
This
You
dude's got
did.
like a master key to people's streams.
You did. You see, you started talking smack. Like
He's got the hands going, guys.
Here we go.
Look,
Mute him right now and bring
Just-
on Elle Marie. Bring her back in.
you start talking smack, and you're saying you're gonna go,
Who?
but you.
No, I'm not talking smack. It's called,
Yeah.
listen, family first. Do we always say family first? Walk in.
We do
Are
say family
we?
first.
Are we not family?
Well, who's going to help these kids get up there?
Who they need to learn. Look,
They're adults.
You're Gen X. The rest of us in here are Gen X. They need to freaking learn. All right, suck it up and move on. You know what? Who helped you move into your college room? Nobody. You did it yourself because your dad said, you know what, you're going to take care of your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When I went into the army, who helped me do it? Nobody.
Your
Sergeant
DI
helped
said,
you?
empty the bag.
You know, it was. You know,
You had plenty of help.
Yeah, drill sergeant to flip entire wall locker upside down and said, "Do it again, dummy." And I'm like, "Oh, you throw my crap around."
No, wait a minute now. My kids ain't no babying around stuff. No. My kids know how to take care of
No.
If they need dad to move them in,
Oh,
then
my
you-
kids know how to take care of
Yeah.
themselves. Don't challenge me on that one there, brother.
So, Carlos,
You don't even take a weekend off to go do put up with the New Hampshire guys.
I checked. Listen, I told those guys. Listen. We have a strict policy at work regarding staffing. I looked at it, and it's already been booked out of vacation time. I am a duck out of water.
My liver. I feel my liver swelling.
Carlos, how many can we fit in the
Fire,
pack?
Carlos.
750.
The only way I
Say
can fit,
what?
How many can we fit in the pack?
I want to say the pack fits 14.
14. Okay, my guess was 12. Watching your videos, I thought 12 plus the pilot, but then I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, that's 13. That's an unlucky number. So do they put 14 just to,
I mean,
don't play the unlucky
No,
number?
I
game?
think they do 14 skydivers, plus you've got pilot, co-pilot seats.
yeah.
So
Oh wow.
I don't think anybody can go from the co-pilot seat out the back door, though.
Not anymore.
Well, I don't
They
think you could do it with a chute anyway.
Well, they used to turn that seat around,
Oh, did they?
and they would have it on busy days. You could turn that seat around and use it as an extra seat for skydivers.
Hmm.
But they quit doing it.
Yeah.
To the point where they won't even do observers anymore.
Right.
So, you know,
And I asked Nick about that when we were there, and he said it was due to the Tennessee incident.
there you go.
It's a safety concern now.
For what? Not to have observer?
Yeah, a non-pilot observer.
Who screwed that up?
Some idiot in Tennessee.
Well, no, it's insurance.
Did they fall out of the plane?
Insurance
without
companies screw up stuff, man.
Well, no, they just don't want to get sued.
Oh.
So Skydive Tennessee they have a hell of a pilot, and he unfortunately had to put it down.
He saved that plane, man. He saved
the plane. Plane took some damage, but he saved everybody on board that plane.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, look, the plane you can replace, the plane you can repair. That guy's skill saved everybody in that plane.
Mm-hmm. Couple of scrapes, no majors. So,
You guys ever hear of a Dash 8?
yes.
Yeah.
My first plane trip back in the 90s, I left New Haven to go down to the Maryland area. And I told it, I think that fit maybe 12, 20 people. I forget what it was.
Dash 8 will fit 38 people.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just...
It'll fit that many skydivers. I don't know how many people it'll do in a regular airliner.
Well, I think it was 2 seats on each side.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe 2 and 3. Anyway, I asked the dumb question. Are these things safe?
It's a flying tank, baby.
The pilot turned around and said to me, if it goes down, you'll break before the plane does.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you have me sold. Let's go, Captain. Wings up or wheels up.
Yeah.
I think it was in L.A. The guy that stole a plane, the guy that used to be a ramp worker, stole a plane, and he stole a Dash 8. And he crashed it into the sea, and they were able to recover the chassis.
Oh.
Like,
Goodness.
dude did a loop-de-loop into the sea.
Mm. And I bet it was still flyable when they pulled it out.
I think it needed new wings, but I think the actual body was flyable. I think they restored it and brought it back online. Yeah, the Dash 8's a beast, man.
You know, it's something to see that kind of event unfold on TV and hear about it and see it. And then it's one thing to wake up with your phone blowing up.
Was that you on there? The question was that you on there?
Because there's a local guy that's got Mississippi all torn to bits because they done shut down the mall, evacuated the Walmarts, because this guy keeps flying treetop high, circling the city.
Ham till it hurts. You're right. Takeoffs are optional. Landings are mandatory.
As my career path in the past of chasing things and people, there's 2 things that is just oddball to chase in a car that makes no sense.
Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. I have to put a pause here real quick. Vince, at ease. I land my parachute because I don't trust the pilot.
So for the podcast, Vince, him smarter with VE6LK, says, I want to know why Life at Terminal Velocity, a.k.a. Carlos, thinks he's an airplane expert. An expert lands with the plane, not jumps out of it.
And he does have a point.
No, he doesn't have a point. He doesn't have a point because
explain.
An expert lands the plane.
Yeah.
An expert lands the plane. People who land with a plane are rookies. They're the passengers. They don't know shit from Shinola. They are just there for the ride.
They're along for the ride.
I know how to land an aircraft called a parachute, which most people don't.
So you're a specialist. You're a specialist.
I'm absolute. E4 Mafia, baby.
Hey, not only is he a specialist, but he's a professional Amateur.
I'm
He's
a
a
professional
professional-
specialist.
Professional specialist. I like that. That's a T-shirt, James Hannibal. That's a T-shirt right there.
Oh,
Oh, Bill with a dude with a parachute is a half expert. I don't think so, Tim. I bet you I can flare a parachute better than you can flare an otter.
I don't know. We're talking about Bill there. So.
Hey, we're not talking about jets. We're talking about an otter, and I can bet. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll go in and live a second and land an otter better than he can. An otter. I have more than an otter than he does.
Hey, Bill, you get a chance, email me, please. We got to talk. We
found our bus to transport over to the pavilion.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah, I mean,
especially the coil on the hood there.
I love that it's placed on the hood, front and center, because
Well,
down here in the country we call that spiderweb catcher.
Well, I'm thinking what happened to the Mac dog that goes on the front, but there you go.
mm-hmm.
Hey, Carlos, how much coffee did you bring?
I brought 10 kilos.
Holy Christ! And it all went.
Oh yeah.
Wow, nice job.
Thank goodness you never got stopped in between here and there.
Yeah, can you imagine them poking those bags and trying to make
have?
sure something's hiding in the middle?
Just 10 keys.
Just 10 keys.
Take
one. Take one. Go ahead, TSA. Go ahead. Take some.
Was quite hilarious when I brought a half key to my doctor and told her it was a half key of Puerto Rico's finest.
Oh, I love it.
Yep.
Oh man,
she laughed so hard. It was great.
So yeah, I brought 10 keys. I probably could have brought 25 keys and sold them. No, it's not 25. 15 keys and sold them. Saturday afternoon, people were still asking. I'm sorry, sold out. Mm-hmm. Steve had the last 3 half keys.
Yep.
So,
and one of those is for a channel member that lives here local to me. I got to get that to him tomorrow.
So,
because I've been slacking.
Ed says my coffee is so good. I appreciate it, Ed. I made an awful lot of coffee Saturday morning. Renee, Steve, and Paula were slinging chorizo, ground beef, sausage, and I don't know, and eggs, and I don't know what else. Mm-hmm. And I was slinging coffee like it was going out of style.
Carlos, you know what else amazed me? When you were parachuting down with Jim, that was just a signal stick on top of an HT, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That was incredible, man.
Signal stick on top of my ID50, the ID50, the one
the ID50.
If you ever retire that radio, I expect it to be in a glass case somewhere.
I was going to say that was also the signal stick that was on that radio.
I'm actually surprised ICOM hasn't reached out and said, "Hey, we'll give you one. Give us that one back. We want to put it in a box."
Right.
ICOM headquarters. Right. ICOM headquarters. There you go.
Actually, no, he's over in Japan.
Bill says I was one cup short. Bill, I was not a cup short. I was a stove short. Look, I will fully admit that I made a piss poor plan. And when you make a piss poor plan, it backfires on you. I brought an induction stovetop burner. And I failed to take into consideration that my mocha pots are aluminum. Mm-hmm. It's not going to work with an induction top. Yeah. So I had to steal Frank's camp stove. Guess what? Frank needed his camp stove so he could start the cooking of his beans. And seeing as he was very kind and let me borrow his camp stove for 2 hours, when he said, "Hey, I need that to start cooking beans," I shut it down and gave him this camp stove, and I thanked him profusely for letting me use his gear. Next year, I will show up with my camp stove, and therefore, I won't run out of time.
That and 100 pounds of propane, and you'll be good to go.
That's a great speech and all, but the way I understood it from the live stream last night was Bill was just a little too damn late asking for coffee.
Well, it didn't help that he showed up at 10:30 in the morning when everybody else started showing up at 7:30 in the morning. But
I was 2 cups of coffee in at least.
course, the live stream also kind of described Bill as a guy just wondrously wandering the park at random hours with a coffee cup asking people for coffee. So,
You know,
Did Bill see the picture of
Bill,
himself
Bill's
taken?
going around. Please, sir, can I have a cup of coffee? Please, sir. Can I have a cup of
I
coffee?"
think Bill gets the award for the great picture that Gray Man took of him that holds 1,000 captions.
Oh.
at the forum, yeah.
Yes, that picture is. I saved it. I that's another folder.
Bill was really amazed about something. He was very interested. Or
It'll-
mid yawn one.
Vern says Bill needs his beauty rest. I say then Bill's not sleeping enough.
Too much caffeine. Too much Carlos caffeine.
I was gonna say, I know I will have the AeroPress and a kettle with me next year to get started before Carlos gets out of bed.
Ed, I did not have a sign on the back of my vehicle this year. I will this year. Look, you gotta look. I did it last year, and I got, I think, what, $20-$30. I don't remember, or something like that. I'll do it again next year. I don't want to wear, just. I'm going to do the thing. All right. Besides, on the way south, I caught some rain in Indiana that
So
would
pretty
have
well.
wiped it all clean. So.
I was gonna say, it's gonna be kind of hard to put a sign on the back of the motorcycle, though.
Well, there is that. I'm trying to figure out how to make it down there with the bike, carry all the crap I need to carry.
I'm
Trailer
toying
for
with
the
the
bike?
idea of towing the
Trailer?
bike over next year. Because I just want to ride Bankhead on the bike.
Yeah, banking on the bike would be fun. If I can bring it with me, like, and if I can bring it with me, I will. Just say that. Jason, why so expensive to jump at Alabama? Actually, the jump in Alabama is the cheapest jump you will ever see. Okay. They give the people that I bring to the drop zone a very, very, very nice deal. To put it into perspective, the average tandem skydiving in the United States is $300. That's the average tandem skydive. And I did not know how much they were charging people until I heard what they charged Jess. And I went, I'm sorry, what? With a pair of goggles, Jess walked out of there for $210. Okay.
Carlos, and does that price, not the discount, does it vary around the United States?
It varies around the United States. For example, the drop zone I work at charges $280 on average for a 14,000 foot jump. At 182 drop zone that only takes you to 9,500 feet, average is $200. Most turbine drop zones are going to charge somewhere in the neighborhood of $280 to $350. Okay.
And that's for a standard weight.
That's for standard weight. That's not. And to be fair, they would have charged the weight fee normally, meaning anybody under 210, I think it is there. It's the standard weight. Anything above 210, from like 210 to 230 is an extra fee, and 230 to 250 is another extra fee, and 250 and above they don't do at all. Because I am a lighter guy, I am able to take someone heavier, okay? And they looked at me and said, charge them the fee. And I said, no, absolutely not. These are my friends. Give them the friends deal. Not a big, look, I'm not getting paid for this. The way this works is simple. They charge you the 210. They're supposed to pay me 40 of that. I don't take the 40. What I do is I tell the drop zone to take the 40 and go to the grocery store and buy root beer. This is a dry drop zone. A lot of people are recovered there, recovering alcoholics. So they don't do beer, right? So they do root beer. So they go to the drop zone. So I tell the DZO, hey, instead of paying me, go to the grocery store, buy $40 worth of root beer, and bring it back. So if I do two tandems, they get $80. So the fridge in the drop zone is full of root beer right now, or it was last week, because I made a couple of tandems, and then Paul and I had beer fees or beer fines, if you will. Anytime you do a first in skydiving, there's a beer fine. Anytime you screw up in skydiving, there's a beer fine, and it's tradition. Okay, the first are to celebrate. Hey, I bought 24 beers. The first 23 people that get there besides me, because I'm gonna grab one, and I are gonna celebrate my first of whatever that might be. In my case, and Paul's case, we made our first parachute to parachute QSOs, right? And that doesn't mean anything to the drop zone because it's not a skydiving first really. A skydiving first is, your first dock on another person, or your first 8-way, or your first, big way, or whatever. But because we're skydivers, we honor the first tradition, and we both bought 2 cases. We each bought a case of root beer to bring to the drop zone, and we put them in the fridge, and we let the staff know it's there. We paid our beer fine. Please have root beer on us. So even though we're not going to be here at the end of the day, gather around, grab a root beer, and cheer the fact that we made it first. Right? When you screw up, it's a beer fine is slightly different. You still buy the case, right? So you grab one out of the case. There's 23 left, and 23 of your peers are going to give you hell around the campfire about what you did wrong and what you should have done instead. Right? So basically, the beer fines are there so that we have a community at the end of the day. Yep. So instead of people taking off and going home, they're going to sit around the campfire. They're going to grab a root beer or a beer, depending on the drop zone. And there's other alternatives. For example, like at my home drop zone, it's not uncommon for people to bring a case or 2 of beer. And then you look at the fridge, and the fridge is full of beer. Well, guess what? If I'm looking at the fridge and the fridge is full of beer, I'm not going to go get a case of beer. I'm going to go get a case of ice cream sandwiches because it's hot and people don't mind a nice little snack at the end of the day, right? Or I'm going to get a couple of cases of water because it's hot and we need to rehydrate, right? So we basically do this so that we can gather at the end of the day around the bonfire and either celebrate or fix things.
Yep. And Carlos, I've heard that you have a notorious saying at your home drop zone.
Which one?
Well,
what's the occasion?
To put it politely, to F with what you did wrong, what did you do right?
That's not just my drop zone, right? That is as an instructor, the ethos of an instructor. Students want to focus on what they did wrong. That's what they want to do. That's the mindset. I screwed this up. I screwed that up. No. Look, are you safe and sound and on the ground? Yes? Great. Let's focus on what you did right. Okay. Because if you're safe and sound on the ground, we can go back up and try it again. Right?
Yep.
Don't beat yourself up over the stuff that you did wrong. Are we going to talk about it? Yes, absolutely. We have to address how to fix that. Right? Because we can't progress you along unless we fix that.
Carlos, give us an example of something that should have been done differently. Like layman's terms.
Look, I'll use N1OG. He's here in the chat, so I don't feel bad using him as an example. We left the airplane, and for circumstances not directly associated with his performance, he was upside down, topsy-turvy, instead of being arched, hips to the ground, right? Now, his first jump, nobody's first jump goes 100%. You know what? I have so many level 1s that I've lost track of them. Okay. Out of those, I have had 2 students, 2 in all of them, that have had a perfect level 1.
Wow.
Right? 2. But I go up there knowing that the level 1 is gonna go berserk. I know that ahead of time. I have the experience to know that, right? So anyhow, he wasn't as armed as he could have been. He wasn't as stable as he could have been. Some of it is on him for not arching harder. Some of it was on me for not sticking harder to him. Some of it was on the other instructor for being too far back. So we land from that, and he says, I effed up this. And I said, shut the hell up. And I'm being polite because that's not what I said. If you watch Paul's video, you'll see exactly what I said. Right? Shut the hell up. What did you do right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We had performance goals in this skydive. Out of those performance goals, what did you do right? Because if you did that right, now I'm putting you back into the correct mind frame, into a positive mind frame to address the things that we need to fix.
Yep.
If you land it and you're safe on the ground, we can do this again. Right?
That's it.
So, and if you aren't safe on the ground, then I'm not going to go about this the other way either. I'm not going to go beat the piss out of you because you've already been beaten, right? It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, right? So focus on the positive. Let's get that fixed. Let's be happy with that. And see, Paul knows. He pulled on his own. He flew a decent pattern, and he had a safe landing, right? Things he did right.
That's it.
How do we fix the next jump? Well, I want you to arch more. How do you arch more? Well, pretend that Carlos is behind you, and he is really happy for you. Arch. Arch, baby. Clench that butt and say no.
Oh.
So that's not just my drop zone. That's an ethos of how we try to teach. I'm not saying every instructor is this way. The instructors I work with are this way, right? Because we know that ultimately our job is to try to get you to learn, and we can't learn. Learning is really difficult. Beating you up about shit. You effed up this. You effed up that. No. Okay, you did this right. You did this right. You did this right. I want you to fix this. Right? And as long as you keep on landing safe, it doesn't matter how often you're messing it up in the sky. Not a big deal. You can go back up and do it again.
Yep.
I mean, it's imagine you have a brand new tech and you're their Elmer, and you're on the local repeater, and they go CQ, CQ, CQ on the repeater, right? We know
Right.
how that goes, right? So we go, listen, I understand that the test said that this is how you get a contact, but on repeaters, the rules are a little bit different. You say your call sign and listening. K9OL, listening. That is the equivalent of a CQ. Okay, so I want you to try that again. Try it again. Go ahead. And then they grab the radio on the PTT and they go, K9OL, listening. And then before you know it, KO4, how are you, K9OL? See, that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Building confidence. Building
Exactly.
confidence levels.
It's
Yep.
Look, this stuff is difficult enough already. The people that go skydiving, we're a niche within a niche within a niche, right? There's fewer skydivers worldwide than there are amateur radio operators in the United States. And we already know that the amateur radio population in the United States is incredible in terms of how small it is. So why am I going to beat you up over something that can be fixed?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And I think that could be applied to a lot of things.
Well, it's how I
Hobbies,
approach.
professional jobs, exactly. It's all
Exactly.
about your teacher.
Yep.
We're not talking to kids. We're talking to adults. A kid, and not to say that I want to berate the kids, because I don't treat my nephews and my nieces this way. I treat them in the same way as I treat my students when it comes to education, right? But a 5-year-old is going to be a little bit more forgiving about me going, you nincompoop.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I do that to an adult, you're just going to go, I'm out of here.
Yep. Peace.
Because I don't.
Peace out.
I don't. This is. I'm not doing. I'm doing this for fun. I'm not doing this, and this is not worth the headache. This is not worth the hassle, right? So if I'm hassling you, I'm not making it easier for you, and I'm certainly not advancing the hobby, be it skydiving or be it amateur radio. Do I want more people to skydive with? Yes. Do I want more people to commit QSOs with? Yes. So, well, let's be positive about this crap. You know, calling CQ on a repeater. You know what? The test says you can do it. Yep. So do it. And then when people berate you, I'm going to go outside and pull you aside and go, hey, listen, I know the test says that, but that's not common practice. So the practice is your call sign, listening. Don't worry about those idiots that are going to give you crap. Tell them to go piss off. Don't worry about them. Come hang out with me. We'll go do some POTA together. We'll move this on.
Or you call CQ on a repeater just to get a raise out of them.
Well,
contact is a contact.
When we do upgrades, when we're doing testing and doing upgrades, and you're going from tech to general, it's not uncommon for me to go, okay, now go on the repeater and say K9/AG. Yep. And they're going to be, what? I'm like, it's not normal, but do it just to get a rise out of people.
It's
just
an attention getter, isn't it?
Piss them off.
Yeah, because at the rate we do upgrades, you won't get a chance to get on HF to do it.
You know, exactly. By the time you get to doing anything HF, it'll be already on the ULS, and you're not going to actually be able to do /AG. Although right. I got to tell you, I did I see Hanson John Hummel said something. If you could do that with a hammer in your contacts, as Carlos said, everything would be in your license here. Okay, cool. I had one. I was doing an activation. I think it was last year. It might have been the year before. And I was doing and I got this call from a guy, like a 1x2 or a 2x1. And the next call I get is, and I was doing it on 10 meters. And I get a call from a very fresh call sign. I'm like, the numbering sequence kind of odd, but okay. And then I get another call from another one, and another one comes from another one, another call from another one. Well, the guy sends me an email later saying we had just gotten done doing testing and submitting to the FCC. The FCC turned around and turned all these call signs right around. So they were hanging out waiting for their call sign, and once they got the call sign, they grabbed the common station that we had set up, and they called you while you were in the park.
Nice.
That is cool as all hell.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Look, and if that doesn't tell you should activate on 10 meters, something that it should. Okay.
Good point.
Activate on 10 on the tech portion of 10, and it's not always going to be that way, but you're giving people that just got their license a chance to make an
opportunity. Yep.
Come on, get it done. So,
absolutely.
I say that in my session that went last night. Has not upgraded yet. He passed, but the FCC hasn't posted it.
Man.
So the Gretsch has the frequency.
Yes, he does.
My license expires next month, so I went ahead yesterday and I said, let me go ahead and renew this. Go through it, send my payment information. They send me an email saying that I couldn't make heads or tails of the email. It didn't say my application was granted or not. It just, I don't know. But they took my money, but my crap still ain't updated. It's still expiring next month. So,
when did you pay it?
Last night.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So So the FCC, being a government entity, is way behind.
I was gonna say, if it's not done by Friday, let me know, and we'll do some pushing.
I'll be all right. I'll still operate it with it expired. I got receipts.
You still have a year. Is it a year grace period or
You're
2,
not-
I think. Well,
What?
2 without having to
2?
test again.
no?
2
Right.
years without having to test again, but you're not supposed to be on the air if it shows expired in the database.
Whiskey 2, Hotel Romeo Charlie.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I figured it'd take a couple days.
Yeah.
If the SEC database can get as good as the POTA people, there you go.
And POTA's run by volunteers.
Because within 1 minute, my log is processed.
Jason,
You must have small logs.
I was a leg. I was not airborne. I was a leg.
Well, he's the earthbound
I'm
grunt.
still technically a leg, even though I'm a grunt.
Older I get, the more I grunt.
Huh? Huh?
Hey guys,
I
what do you
saw-
say we start putting some bows? I see guys are getting tired.
I saw
Ed is losing stream. Carlos, keep it going a little bit.
I saw a commercial from Tim Allen when he was working in Fort Wayne, Indiana, selling Pella windows for a local Pella distributor. Big, obviously, before he became famous.
Right.
If you guys want to see that, let me know. Send me a message in the Discord or whatever. I'll send you a link to the YouTube. Wow.
Before
Really,
he
huh?
got his hamradioclub license.
A young guy, huh?
Oh, a very young Tim Allen doing a commercial for Pella Windows,
Nice.
Air supplier in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And he was a sales guy for Herbshire Supplier, selling windows. So,
Goodness.
uh-oh.
Carlos, what else you got going? You got anything going on for this week or Labor Day weekend?
I do, but it's not ham radio related. If you're a skydiver and you're looking to get your coach rating, come up to Chicagoland Sky Center. Omar and I are putting together a coach rating course Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Get your coach rating with us. We'll gladly get you. We'll teach you how to the ways of the young Padawan. I don't know if I have to say this because Julie's here. Julie, did you see my video tonight? Did you see that I didn't cut you guys out? You rogued my camera and I put it in. See, but yeah, that's that. I'm gonna try to make some parachute mold over the weekend. If I'm able to, I am teaching a coach course with my buddy Omar. This is I'm super proud of Omar. Okay, look, I just got my examiner rating in skydiving. An examiner in skydiving is the teacher's teacher. Okay, it's not like an amateur radio where you're just examining someone taking a test. You have to go through an awful lot to become an examiner. And my buddy Omar, who was my student, became a skydiver, became an examiner before me, and I am now going to help him with an examiner, with a coach course as an examiner, because I am an examiner myself.
Excellent.
It makes me so happy to be able to say that I got a student once and now examiner, and now I'm helping him.
Absolutely. Congratulations. That's awesome.
But yeah,
The
parachute.
student has become the master.
Yes, honestly, the
Sensei.
student has become the master.
Yeah.
And I hope to get some parachute mobile in over this weekend. It'll probably be at sunset on Sunset Load, if I get to do it at all. Be on the lookout for that, because I definitely want to make contacts with everybody. I'll pass the baton to the next person.
Excellent.
All right. Yep. Morning after. Very true.
Oh
was so
my
accurate.
God, that is great.
That's
is-
beautiful, man.
Look at the front grill of the bus too.
Although the boxes being strewn around, not accurate. We cleaned up on
Right.
Saturday night. We cleaned up really nicely.
Yes.
Very nicely.
Excellent.
Oh,
Steve, what do you got?
Steve,
Joe.
Carlos, Steve, did you
Yeah.
come home from Huntsville with a lot of extra aluminum?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Steve did. Steve did. He came home with extra aluminum.
Awesome.
Are we referencing an antenna?
So talking about throwing out trash while we're at Huntsville, I'm making my last pit stop pulling the camper out.
yeah.
Carlos pulls up right behind me. We stop at the dumpsters. I'm throwing some trash out. And then I look and like there's this huge chunk of aluminum in there. Like I'm like, what the heck? So me and Carlos pulls it out of the dumpster and we're like, hey, this is what 2.0 had. It was like this tripod thing. And was like, that can't stay in the dumpster. So Carlos knew Steve was coming. So he's going to see if Steve would take it because Carlos couldn't fit it in his car.
Oh, that's great. That's
Now, so
great.
at the very least, we'll just prop it up here and somebody's going to take this home. I would love to have that aluminum, but I didn't want to load it up.
Yep.
If I had room for it, I would have had it here, and I would use all that angle iron for something. But I didn't have room for it. Steve, what did you end up doing with it?
It's sitting on the back porch right now, actually. I'm probably going to use it to put up a disc cone for ADSB and weather balloons.
Nice.
Because I found out that Charleston actually launches weather balloons twice a day.
I'm
Excellent.
not surprised.
They've
Not
denied
surprised.
me coming out to video it. At least talking with their staff. I might video from the parking lot and get thrown off the airport. We'll see. But I am actually working on a video on how to track the weather balloons.
Can't wait
I'm
to see the
interested.
Can't wait to see the thumbnail on that one, huh, Joe?
Steve's okay. Steve can borrow
Steve.
elements of my thumbnails. You know.
Steve, you can take one of those Shaq and Greg party favors.
The microphone covers.
Yes. the
Oh my
microphone
God, that would
covers.
be great.
And go track this.
I was actually going to say track this.
There you go.
But
Joe Brett, what do you got going on this weekend? Anything special?
No, man. Same old. Work and whatever. NF POD, Jeff, he mentioned that tower. I heard people talking about the tower sitting up by the house all weekend long. I never saw it. I assume, was it near a red house or something? Like, there was
it was in your drive out.
yeah, but by the
think
time
it
I
is a
think
red
about
house.
it, I would miss it. But I figured it must be the old tower that I seen up on a house for years prior. I wonder if somebody had to stop and get that.
It didn't have a sign saying "Pick me up."
Somebody probably tried to negotiate a little bit.
there was a sign next to it, and I looked at it, and I thought about it, but the base of it was pretty well damaged.
Sawzall. A
Cut
little
it
bit
short.
shorter, but it's still the same tower.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a
6
an old
inches
TV
shorter is
tower.
not going to make that much of a difference.
It
What you told her anyway.
was more than 6 inches. It was more than 6 inches. There is a.
Anyway. Well, I'm
Anyway.
going to try to play some POTA. I'm off tomorrow, Thursday. I got to be up early. I got some town stuff I got
Turn
to
my
do.
helmet alert off tomorrow.
All right. Listen, did you call the boys up north?
I told them my schedule is booked.
But did
for
you tell
instance,
them that you're going to do POTA tomorrow?
tomorrow? No, I did not tell them.
Well, you need to tell them that you're going to do POTA tomorrow. Maybe
They'll catch me on the ham alert. They'll catch me on the ham alert.
No. Maybe they'll take time off and come and do POTA with you.
Okay. Well, no, I got to see. I'm juggling in between some town stuff I have to do.
Okay.
You know, I work a part-time job, man. I'm a busy man. I'm busy. Busy. I'm always busy. And then Saturday I got to work a double shift, and next weekend I got to work double shifts. So it is.
Man,
what
your
it is.
place needs to get it together, man. You got a lot of double shifts thrown
It's
around.
not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I understand.
Make that money.
Listen, we're already plotting my retirement in 3.5 years, maybe two.
My sister's a cop and she's plotting her retirement. She is 2 years and 11 months left.
I'm thinking of getting the app that has the countdown.
There you go.
But on my tongue. So, well, listen, everybody. We appreciate everybody in the chat hanging out with us tonight, and we appreciate Carlos flying in, jumping in. Appreciate it.
Always.
The drop zone is always available to you. You know that.
Parachute Jesus.
Exactly. So everybody have a good week. Be safe. It's we'll be going into Labor Day weekend. So guys, please, everybody, please have a fun, safe weekend. Don't get caught, because we're sure as hell ain't gonna put up the bail money for you. So
come on, Carlos, you got to do it.
Good that.
No, what's the weekend safety brief?
Okay, weekend safety brief. Everybody, you ready? Don't add to the population. Don't take away from the population. If you are arrested, shut the hell up. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right. Deny, deny, deny. Once you're in jail, establish dominance. Call your best friend to bail you out.
those are some good words to live by.
Here's the problem with that, though. If he's truly your best friend,
he's
going to be in jail next to you.
That's the problem. And guess what? Courts are all closed on Monday, and if you can't get bailed out, you're staying in there getting Happy Meals until Tuesday morning. I can tell that. I can tell everybody for that from experience. We see that a lot.
And that's why you establish dominance.
Dominance.
You get in there. You beat the tar out of the biggest guy you find.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Wave goodbye. Give everybody a 7-3.
Bye.
We'll see everybody next week.
Bye. See ya.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, boy!
My card and hose, I can hit the wings off a fly 100 feet away.
As if.